Welcome to the Howdy Boomy podcast. My name is Ken. It is Thursday, the 21st of December, 4 days till Christmas. Our tree is up, waiting for Santa Claus to decorate it on Christmas Eve. I hope you have a great holiday season. I go back to Christmases past, as we all do, because it's nostalgia. And Christmas is always something special when you're a little kid and you remember when you were a kid. And there's nothing like a green real tree. I remember my aunts used to have silver trees, and they had this lighting apparatus where there was a spotlight, and in front of it were 4 or 5 different colors rotating in a circle. That was sort of strange. But there's nothing like a real tree. And going back and thinking now, I'm looking at what's coming up in this election. I'm looking at the participants. And I think no matter what the Democratic Party tries to do, either through the legal system or whatever outside of trying to kill Trump assassination-wise, I think Donald Trump is going to be facing off against Joe Biden unless this impeachment inquiry reveals what everybody seems to know. You have two of those people against each other, but something's going to happen during this campaign season that's going to remind me of the first time I was eligible to vote, 1968. You had Lyndon Johnson. Vietnam was going hot and heavy. He couldn't take it anymore. There were war protests all over the United States. There were race riots. So he made the announcement that he was not going to run for president of the United States. That brought in Hubert Humphrey against Richard Nixon. And you sat down there, and Bobby Kennedy wanted to get in. He saw Lyndon Johnson is not doing well. He's losing popularity. Gene McCarthy came in as a nomad, took a lot of votes in New Hampshire, which at that time was the first presidential primary. Bobby Kennedy jumps in. And that year, 1968, brought a lot of chaos to the country. Martin Luther King was shot in April. Bobby Kennedy was shot in June. The election went down to the wire. Richard Nixon became president of the United States. And 1968 was a year, if you are a baby boomer, you always remember. Take a look at what's happening now. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, primary season. You don't know what's going to happen, but there's a kid by the name of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. running, just like his old man did in 68. He's asked for Secret Service protection, but it was refused by Joe Biden. That makes you wonder, doesn't it? Just because of his name, just because of the fact of the family history, you would think that a sitting president of the United States would allow Secret Service protection for Robert Kennedy. But Joe Biden's not that type of guy. He's a vindictive prick. And if you're opposing him, he's going to come out and try to destroy you. Look at what he's doing with the Department of Justice, weaponizing it against all his enemies now. It's going to happen. Something's going to happen during this primary season that's going to shake the tree. It'll be interesting. It's going to be 1968 all over again. I just hope we get through it without any assassinations or any tragic consequences. Tomorrow, the shift head of the week. I got a beauty for you. Watch the Howdy Boomy Show, the Howdy Boomy podcast on YouTube. It'll be on TikTok, trailers on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. Enjoy the holiday season. Tune in tomorrow for our shift head of the week. God bless you. God bless America.